Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need? Shadow read for this full moon to new moon, December into January 2022. Wow, we're almost there. I am your reader. Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive. President of DrawingTheCircle Productions since 1998. Author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle and now on Patreon. Having a field day over there. The Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. But you can call me Mal. Hi. Hey, my Leos. Also, Leo rising, Mars conjunct Leo rising. So happy to be reading for you today. If you are new to the channel, a 7-card draw is just 1 card from 7 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. So not a timeless reading, a timed reading. So let's look at that briefly. We're looking at the full moon in Gemini, Saturday, December 18th, 11:36 p.m. Eastern. I live in New York. So then we're looking at the waning moon from full to new, releasing, reducing, forgiving, alchemizing, letting go, all that fun stuff. The new moon in Capricorn, Sunday, January 2nd, 11:33 p.m. So a 2-week period, a Saturday to a Sunday. It's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to get more information about the situation we're about to look at, perhaps, or maybe another situation entirely, because we all have more than one situation going on in any 2-week period. Other than that, all the decks that I read are always in the bottom of the description box, along with links from my book and Patreon. If you want to go check out what I'm serving up on Patreon, new tiers coming in January. Loving my journey there. Very creative, very, very freeing and creative. Enjoying myself a lot. But other than that, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can. To help us all through the shadow work, if that's what arises for us during, let's face it, the holidays. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, yeah. Well, that feels nice and relaxing, actually. So let's do this. As I call upon the collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of the General Assembly, the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, as well as the spirit animals and totems for the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, watching this video, receiving this reading using the Caroline Mace archetype deck. What is the 8th chakra archetype? First 3 decks are all chakra based. So what is that 8th chakra archetype? Hovering over their head, affecting everything else underneath it, every chakra, every energy system, what they attract, what they repel, their electromagnetic field. This full to new, and this will indicate the shadow work, the advocate. The advocate archetype. We always think of it in the light, but we got to look at the shadow here. This is the shadow work, right? Here's the lead, here's the gold, the toxic, the healthy. Lead has 3 more atoms than gold, so 3 atoms have to be transformed, released, etc. So action family archetypes, this is probably about being more external yang, fire, Leo, right, than yin. The shadow attribute, embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. And come on, that's been going on forever. It's not a new pattern on planet Earth by any stretch. But the light attribute inspires you to put compassion into action. I think of an advocate as one who speaks for those who can't, right? That's, again, an externalization of it. So there's something action-oriented here. So let's keep going. The next 4 chakras down, the crown, the third eye, the throat, and the heart. We're going to do with the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, feminist deck, because this is the feminine energy, the internal, the yin world, the psychological dynamic, your interior, whatever you want to call it. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon my goddesses of fire, the sign of Leo, powers of the south, please. One card in clarity for the Leo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading with the advocate archetype in their 8th. Yep, that one was not it. What's going on inside of them? Heart, throat, third eye, crown. How is that advocate archetype touching them on the inner? We have the 7 of Cups. Certainly a card of emotional confusion, particularly with the advocate element of water. So we're looking somewhat at a more heart chakra thing here, right? The emotions. In this deck, it's called jealousy. Not kind of getting that so much, but I do understand why. Because if you think of even Rider-Waite Tarot, right? 7 of Cups. 7 cups in the clouds. Each one has a different thing. One of them's veiled, right? And that's the thing. All these things that we're emotionally drawn to is like emotional options. This could be an advocate kind of unsure where to advocate. Right? And to go with the heart there, understanding that you're going to have to pick one. You may eventually hit all 7 cups in your life, but in order to bring something into manifestation, you got to pick one. You got to kind of choose one. Throat chakra. And it's okay to take your time. And I get it. The holidays, you know, what are you going to speak up for? Right? Like at the family dinner, right? Like, what are you gonna, you know, what's your advocacy gonna be about? And are you willing to burn down Christmas to do it? Right? Oh, let's just keep going. I could riff on that for an hour. Lower 3 chakras, the external world, the masculine energy, but also the lower 3 chakras are relationships. Root chakra is tribes, groups, associations, bunch of people, right? So not just family, your political affiliation, your national affiliation, just every group you belong to is encoded in your root chakra. Second chakra, umbilical, one-on-one relationship, your relationship with another person, usually, could be another thing as well. And solar plexus, your relationship to yourself, your honor code, your self-esteem, your gut, right? Please take a nice deep breath. Just have to explain it because I read a lot differently than other people. And I'm a teacher. So as I call upon my gods of fire, the sign of Leo and the powers of the south, please lower 3 chakras for the Leo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading from the outside in, looking at them, maybe from the inside of them, looking out at something in the physical world, maybe another person, maybe both of those things. Sometimes it's a mirror and it's all holographic. But with this advocate in their 8th chakra and the 7 of Cups on the inner, which is not necessarily the most stable of energies there, even if in its highest, it's still a form of emotional confusion and kind of being drawn in different directions. So what's going on there for them in the Yang force, lower 3 chakra, the masculine energy? Knight of Cups. I'm going to say this is you, though it is the Pisces card, mutable water, the romantic knight, and the fishy down there for Pisces. The knights are on horses, obviously, in the majority of tarot cards that I've seen, not all of them, obviously. But there are 4 speeds: Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, Gemini, Knight of Pentacles, Virgo, walk, right? The horse walks. I know it looks like it's not moving, but it's just walking. Pisces is trot, right? Trot makes sense. Sagittarius is canter, a little bit faster, and Gemini is full out gallop, all the mutable signs. So there is something here that is very intuitive, that is very much about you feeling your way through this, but you don't have to gallop. You might not want to just walk. You're a Leo. This is an advocate thing, particularly if you're triggered, but make sure that you are really dealing with the feelings before you shift from from trot into canter. This is what shadow work is for, because you can, you know, be really, really triggered by something, but understand that it's your own stuff that's being triggered as well, right? Sometimes just by association, right? Might have nothing to do with that person, place, or thing in that moment. That's how it rocks. It's just how it rolls, you know? And who is taught to process their emotions in a healthy way since birth? You? Is it you? Are you the one? Let's get you a healing mantra here. The Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. A little mental mantra work to help you heal this shadow work. Please take a nice deep breath. There we go. As I call upon the Ascended Masters General Assembly, because this feels very general, it's going to be about anything. Please, one card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra for the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. Advocate in the 8th, 7 of Cups on the inner, Knight of Cups on the outer, very water for a fire read. But what's the perfect healing mantra to help them do the shadow work here over the holidays, this full to new December, January? Healing heartbreak. My heart will love again. Yeah. Now, heartbreak, I know we immediately go to the romantic, and if that's the case, so sorry, but heartbreak of any kind, right? How much loss, right? Alone, how much loss have we gone through? Loss of our I don't know, ability to travel all over the world if we want to, or ability to hook up freely and not have to be in a hazmat suit 24/7. You know, well, I'm talking to Leos, you know what I'm talking about. Let me read you this from the book, Healing Heartbreak. My heart will love again. My heart will love again. Now, how you put that into action, however, right? Because you can take the other, I don't want to say the other kinds of love, but other ways of expressing love in terms of putting compassion into action. And that's really what you're shooting for here. And it's the holidays, John. When heartbreak is healed, you are able to learn and grow from each relationship, no matter who you believe is to blame. And I have worked this mantra like a fiddle from hell. Well, I should say a fiddle from heaven. It's Matt Kahn. And you know, that doesn't mean what you're feeling. They rip their eyes out, all three of them, in both faces. You know, I get it, Leo. We can be fierce. My last name is Lyons, for God's sake, right? So I'm fucking fierce, yeah. So I know that underneath my anger is heartbreak. It's just how, what is it? Anger is a compensation for pain. I didn't make that up. That's just there. As heartbreak is seen as life's way of breaking your heart open to expand the love you are able to give and receive, it becomes easier to pick up the pieces of your innocence and invite greater intimacy into your life. And look, I'm Leo rising. I'm living testament to what this mantra can do, because yeah, I've been handed a lot of heartbreak in all sorts of different ways, not just romantically, right? Loss of career at one point, right? But now here I am, right, burning myself out on YouTube, and blessed be YouTube. It just wasn't the perfect fit for me, but it got me to Patreon, and I am loving my career right now, right? But still, I'll take this advice for myself in terms of putting compassion into action and having all of this different emotional options. I can do that, I want to do that, I want to do that. But just to trot along and go with the flow, Pisces, certainly manage your emotions as best you can. Put compassion into action, because you're healing heartbreak here. This card is ideal for dealing with resentment, releasing the past, and healing grief. And who's taught how to heal grief in a healthy way, right? You want to know how I was taught how to heal grief? Here, eat this. It worked for an hour. Yeah. All right. Sicilians, what can I tell you? The Whispers of Love Oracle here, the voices of the higher selves, and the Party Turner deck. This is the one with the romance card and, you know, all that stuff in it. So let's see what hits the table from the higher selves of all involved. Breathe. Particularly with healing heartbreak on the table, as I call to the higher selves of all involved, fifth dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love? The piece of information, inspiration, and insight most needed for the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. Advocate in the 8th. 7 of Cups on the inner, Pisces, a Knight of Pentacles on the outer, healing heartbreak. Express love through gifts. Why? Express love through gifts. Giving a small token to someone expresses your love for them. Not the easiest thing during the shadow work, but it is the holidays, right? So it could be a simple thing, right? Whatever this situation is, this could be obviously a family member that there might be some heartbreak around. I think they would still be in the body, but hey, you know, it's a general read. You got to feel that out for yourself. But your higher self is saying express love through gift, because even if there was heartbreak involved, whatever way, shape, or form, whatever went down, if there is still love there, offer them at least the gift of a prayer, right? Something, some small token. Because to come from a place of compassion, there's nothing like a compassionate Leo. Well, particularly the Leo sun signs. I have a little bit of a weakness for them because they are so caring and compassionate, like, not like a Cancer, like a Leo, like they'll, that strength, right? But if they're in a bad mood, not so much, right? Rip your face off, right? For lunch, and eat the rest of you for snack. So to really express love through gifts in a creative, right? For a Leo, 5th house, creativity, good fortune, pleasure, right? Just a tiny little thing, even if it's just a text message. Happy holidays. And I say happy holidays because there are like 10,000 fucking holidays from December into January every year, going back thousands of years. So, you know, happy holidays. Get over it. Because it's too much to remember all of those every single time. So, all right, we have now moved into spirit animal and totem land. Not spirit animals and totems are not exactly the same thing, but maybe we'll do one of my classes on my Facebook page for that. Going into that, although certainly Animal Speak by Ted Andrews, good place to start. Let's do the Divine Animals Oracle, because if you're going to do shadow work, have a little help from the animal pantheons. Please take a nice deep breath. This is my favorite one. As I call to the spirit animals and totems for the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, please. One card in clarity. Who walks with them? Who swims with them? Who flies with them? Who crawls with them? This full moon to new, this waning moon shadow read stuff. Advocate in the 8th chakra. 7 of Cups on the inner, Knight of Cups, Pisces on the outer. Healing heartbreak. Their hearts will love again. Expressing love through gifts. Who's their totem, their spirit animal? This full to new. Did you just get the elephant? You got Ganesh. I show you because I'm not getting any kickbacks for this, folks. I just love the artwork on here. It's very multicultural. I dig this deck a lot. Stacy DeMarco. I love her name. But the keyword here is leadership. Leadership. Wow. Well, that is Leo's forte. Kind of, sort of. What is that? Card number 10. Yeah, let's put white ink on top of a really bright part of the artwork so I can't see what the number is. All right, I'm going to read you the verbal thumbnail, brief description, and then the little paragraph on the magic. They got all sorts of info in here, but it's too much to read in a reading. Please breathe. Card number 10, Elephant, Leadership. There is a time to step forward and lead, and it is now. Be the leader in your own life. If you want something achieved, take the lead yourself. Be the example that others will follow. Do not lead by force, but instead by inspiration. That's totally the advocate. Well, not every advocate is a leader necessarily, but that you are definitely leading by example, which you have to admit is sort of the Leo bailiwick, right? The sun, in other words, the sun doesn't actually move. Well, it does around, the spiral galaxies, blah, blah, blah. But pretty much any star fixed, right, and it just radiates, and it forms a gravitational field that other things come into its orbit, right? And I think that's really powerful for Leos to get. That's what the symbol of the sun is. It's that little dot is the sun, and everything else is in orbit around it. Not the easiest thing to date, though, I will tell you that. The magic. Elephant magic is powerful, yet calm. Junk in your trunk. It can be used when you wish to have obstacles removed or to move out of a limbo situation. Are you in limbo with somebody? Elephants are wise and take leadership, which is where their magic is so effective. If you wish to become a better leader, or at least a wiser one, or you would like to attract such a person into your life, ask for the elephant to lend her energy to you. Seems pretty wise. I mean, that thing of leadership, I do kind of get it's probably more about you taking the lead in some way. But to call upon, and Ganesh, the remover of obstacles. Just leave that there. I'll have that chant stuck in my head all day, but I'm okay with it. All right, last card down. One of the... someday I'll memorize this. The mystical Celtic blessing cards to enrich and empower, called Blessed Be by Lucy Cavendish, because she's got a good name for the work she does. Oh, I'd love to. She seems really cool. This is so good. Well, I don't work with crap. I'm a Virgo, but I'm Leo rising. I don't work with crap. So this is the hidden blessing, right? Which you usually see after the shadow work is done, right? It just looks like lead until it's alchemized, and you go, oh my God, that was a blessing all along. That was the divine plan. Yeah, fucking everything is. So let's see what this is. We started with the pantheons of the divine. We're ending with the pantheons of the divine. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call one more time upon the collective pantheons of the divine, please, one card in clarity for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, watching this video, receiving this reading, and I still feel a through line of relaxation here. Like, I don't know that they need to be acting on this during the waning moon, but I think there is definitely some healing that's going on here, and then something very simple, expressing love through gifts, showing leadership of some kind. This need not be, a parade. This need not be a multimedia experience. So please, what is the hidden blessing here for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, watching this video, receiving this reading, alchemizing the advocate archetype into inspiring them to put compassion into action, dealing with that Seven of Cups, those emotions inside of them that might be confusing, with the Knight of Cups on the outer. Definitely a go with the flow vibe, but feeling their way through it. Maybe not, yes, of course, thinking about it, but kind of feeling their gut, feeling what feels right for them. Particularly, I would think solar plexus, like what they're ready for and what they're not. Healing heartbreak as they go, because they will love again. Their hearts will love again. But to express love through gifts, that giving a small token to someone expresses your love to them. And with that elephant, they're showing leadership. So what is the hidden blessing for the Leos this full to new December to January? A blessing to find your way. Well, a blessing to find your way. Check her out. She's just like, I am naked in the leaves and the flowers, and I am finding my way. Problem is, if you think about it, really looking at something very, very intently. And she's got eye makeup on, which I think is commendable. Card number 24. I do. You think I don't do this with mascara and eyeliner? I'm Leo rising. Card number 24. Oh, this is a long one, folks. Got my torch of Ariel here. We're going to do this for realsies, because this feels, well, they're all important. But healing heartbreak with leadership and a gift and the advocate, let's do this. Breathe. Say it through me, Pantheons. Card number 24, a blessing to find your way. A blessing for when we find ourselves utterly lost and unsure of which way to go. 7 of Cups. Whichever direction we turn in seems as dense and dark as the other. There is no one to show us the way. There is no light with which to see the path. There is no map for where you find yourself. When we find ourselves in that space where we are utterly bereft of where to turn, of what to do, of whom to trust, let this blessing help you find your way once again. You once knew where you were headed. You once knew who you were. You once could trust in that inner compass that would help you turn and walk to the true north of your life. But now, you are lost. You are without direction and seem only to entangle yourself more with every turn and twist as you seek to escape. The blessing will help you still your movement and rekindle the quiet knowing within you once again. This is some hot shit. May you surrender to this moment and let yourself be still and quiet a while. May you seek not to move, but to observe and to feel and to come back into connection with yourself. May you feel the reweaving of yourself with yourself. As you do this, may you be blessed with the sight to pierce the darkness and see what lies ahead. When that moment comes, may you begin to feel your compass stir and turn and point to a path. May you begin to rediscover who you are, and in that rediscovery comes a knowing of what the person you are must do next. May a sense of relaxed and graceful certainty begin to deliver you from this period of vulnerability, yet let the gifts of understanding and compassion, of the inner knowing which can unite us all, be with you always. For you have been lost, and in the acceptance of that, and in the strange, comforting rest of that, may you now give yourself the space and time to allow your core to speak to you again. For its voice was dulled by the noise of the world and the apparent certainty of knowing who we are. When we lose that, we can finally have the moment in which we can see the soul clearly, who we thought we were, and where we thought we ought to go. May this process of loss and re-enrichment bring you the blessing of your own self. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. It does make sense. Got to put compassion into action because you're a little lost on the inside, and it's okay. It's walking through a cloudy period, heart, third eye crown. So find your way through. Go with the flow. Do what feels right. Check your solar plexus on the regular, and if the second chakra wants to leave, listen to it. It's telling you this is not good right now because you are healing heartbreak. So to find your compass again by giving yourself the love that you need. My heart will love again. My heart will love again. So start loving the heart that is afraid it won't love again. Because kittens and puppies and cake, right? Oh my. And express love through gifts. And this is the thing, the blessing is to find your way, but you're a leader in this. You have to do you. No one else can really tell you exactly where you're going or exactly how to get there. You have to do that for yourself. But that doesn't mean that you have to rush right out and do it. In fact, you can go with the flow and make your way through this holidays and look like a Leo. Feel like a Leo. Do it with your mane shaking, your right head held high. And if you need to roar, roar, but make sure you're doing the shadow work on the side so it comes, so at least it looks good when you do it, right? So, did you like this reading? I would. This is informative. Like it then. If you want more, you know how to do it. Subscribe to the channel. You want to come play on Patreon? Come Patreon on Patreon. Otherwise, if you want to book a reading or, you know, my book or any of that, it's all down in the description box. So thank you so much for watching. Really wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this full moon to new December into January 2022. My Leos, my Leonines, my Felines, my Lyrians, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.